Thank you to Total Planes, Trains, and Tanks Arena for sponsoring today's video. Make sure you use code SHARD when you sign up to get a billion silver, a billion gold, and free legendary champion plane tankman. What is up, Shard Nation? I am Shard out here, and today I wanted to look over two pistol rounds that were ran against Big. They're fundamentally the same. The first was ran by NaVi, the second by G2. I want to go over the basic idea behind the strategy and why it was so effective. This first match is played between NaVi and Big during the Blast Premier Fall groups the beginning of August 2024. I want you to pay attention to the position of the CTs here when this lurk smoke is thrown. So as soon as the smoke pops, you can see JDC falls into B site, and that isolates the CT player mid. The mid player starts going towards door, but as soon as the door smoke comes out too, JDC is even further stuck on a B site. And right away, you can see NaVi start coming down mid with the plan to go up cat. And you can see they've completely cut the defenses of Big in half between the sites. And this gives NaVi the perfect opportunity to come out cat and isolate the guy that's on A site by himself. Now there is a guy long, and they do lose two players on site here, but there are two flanks coming in at the same time. JL isn't able to pick his kill at mid, but Bit comes out long and just completely crunches the CT position here. Alright, so let's take a look at the util that was thrown to pull off this convincing fake. JL throws the smoke, the lurk smoke here, and then Alexi B throws door, and he mollies back site, and they flash out twice. Now this completely convinces the two B players that they're coming, and meanwhile Wonderful gets a pick top mid. Now the guy that's playing mid, they hear them running lower, so they have time to rotate towards ramp here, but JL is flashed out mid, he gets the kill, and they are just completely cut in half. There's no way for the B player to rotate in time. So you can see from Ima's POV here, they have successfully isolated this guy on site into a 3v1. But they do lose two. He does get two kills here. But because Bit is obviously on the flank here, they're not expecting him to be there. They get backstabbed, and they're able to close out the round. Now for Bit's long flank, you can see he planned to come out a little earlier, but he was held up because this guy that was in pit would have heard him. He hears him cross. And Wonderful makes the perfect play here by just sitting and tucking Ninja, and because of that he gives Bit and JL the perfect opportunity to come out on their own time, and JL makes this jumping shot like a monkey. Alright, so there are two more things that I want to point out about NaVi's play here. First is that NaVi chooses to put Ima here, looking at lower tunnels, watching for the push. G2 does it a little differently. They don't have 3 in tunnels, and we'll get into that in a minute. The second thing is that Wonderful playing top mid here, and the fact that they pushed top mid, so we got the pick, made the round 10 times easier for NaVi. If there wasn't a pick top mid, that means the guy would probably still be on A site, and it would have been a 2v3 at least when they went up cat, but that's still a favorable fight for the T's here. So in essence, the key idea behind throwing this fake is to force them to pack up together on B site, and because they're forced to be packed up there, they're going to have to spread out elsewhere. So with that in mind, let's take a look at how G2 runs basically the same strat. You can see they have the same lurk smoke out that JL threw, but key difference is that Mobs actually goes through the smoke just to make the fake that much more convincing. And this really holds them towards B for much longer. See, they're already through mid, and JDC was still on B side. Another key difference is that they don't have somebody flashing through mid, they just all go up cat. And just like that, they already have complete control over A site. Alright, so taking a look at Mobs' POV, he throws the same molly that JL throws. He gets flashed out, and he actually goes through the smoke as I said before. He sees one, he gets info that there were two there, and by the time he starts going out tunnels, Hunter has already turned around and started going down to lower. Mobs gets a kill here, and by now they have A site. So this is the utility that Hunter throws. That's the door smoke. There's the first flash, and the second comes here, and instantly, no hesitation, starts walking towards lower. So you might be wondering why they weren't concerned about somebody being lower tunnels. And for that, we'll take a look at Monacy's POV. So right off the bat, Monacy has a good spawn to peek lower. He's taking a look to make sure they don't get into tunnels. And if you don't see them right away, I think you can make a fairly safe assumption that they're not going to push lower for the time being at least. And as we saw before, the smoke that Hunter throws second is actually on the left side of the pillar, so he's not visible to lower, and Mobs is in the tunnel entrance the whole time. So neither of them can be flanked very quickly. So instead of dedicating an entire other body to watching lower tunnels, they instead decided to just watch the lower tunnels push for the first few seconds and then double up top mid to watch for the push. This is a bit better because not only do you get 2 people top mid so they can at least trade and it's basically a guaranteed kill if they push, but it's also easier to fight up cat, I think, from top mid than it is to fight from Xbox. So as you may have noticed in the kill feed, Snacks gets a pick here long doors. That's because Crimbo walks through long doors and completely whiffs on Snacks. And he gets the entry. And as you can see in the top left on the minimap, as soon as the kill happens, they have to split off of mid. And they're super dense towards B because of the fake. So mid is cut right in half, and cat is completely free. And then Snacks gets more than 1 kill, and he doesn't know what to do after that, so he just runs out long and dies. So that's basically it. I just wanted to share this strat with people, and also help people understand that the manipulation of enemy positions on the map is just as important as any other factor when you're designing a strategy. So when you're making your next strat, make sure you keep that in mind.